What are the biggest signs that someone is a narcissist? We all have heard the term narcissism tossed around. Oh, they are such a narcissist. However, I would like to note that someone having only a couple narcissistic traits like selfishness or insecurity are not necessarily enough to make them a person with narcissistic personality disorder. A real, full blown narcissist needs to meet a few different criteria to be called a narcissist. At first glance, narcissists may seem charismatic, confident, and engaging. They might captivate us with their charm and boldness, appearing as if they have everything figured out. But when you really get to know these people, you understand that it is just a mask that they are wearing. Beneath the mask, beneath the surface, lies a toxic dynamic with narcissists that can harm our mental, emotional, and even physical well being. So, what are the biggest signs that someone is a narcissist? Before we dive right in, if you're new here, take a second to click on that subscribe button right below so that you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Alright, let's dive in. The biggest sign that someone might be a narcissist is their persistent and overwhelming lack of empathy, combined with an intense need for admiration all the time and the sense of entitlement. While narcissism exists on a spectrum, what sets a full-blown narcissist apart is how these traits pervade almost every aspect of the person's life, causing significant harm to their relationships and preventing them from forming deep, authentic connections. Lack of empathy. They do not recognize or care about the emotions, the needs, or experiences of others. Conversations and interactions tend to revolve around their perspective, with little acknowledgement of how others feel. They struggle to put themselves in other people's shoes. They may dismiss, belittle, or exploit the vulnerabilities of others for their own gain. Narcissists sometimes pretend to have some empathy, and that's because they know normally how people would feel in that situation. But when you're close enough with them, you realize that they only display that empathy if it serves them. So they pretend that they can empathize with you sometimes, only if they get to benefit from it some way. So that's not real empathy. The other times you will be very surprised to see how a person is not able to relate at all to how you're feeling in a situation. Your emotions do not even register with them. Grandiose sense of self-importance. Have you ever met someone who acts like the rules don't apply to them? Or like they deserve special treatment just for existing? That's classic narcissistic entitlement. They are expecting others to cater to their whim or throwing a tantrum whenever they don't get whatever they exactly wanted to get. So they want to believe that they are special, unique, superior than the others. So why shouldn't the universe bend to their will? They have an inflated and unrealistic sense of their own worth. They have fantasies of unlimited success, power. They live in a fantasy world, very delusional people. Narcissists have a constant need for admiration. They seek excessive attention and validation, and if they don't receive it, they may become very irritated, resentful, or aggressive. Compliments and acknowledgement seem to fuel their identity, and they may fish for praise to keep their self-esteem intact because they feel very empty inside. They always need constant validation from others to prove themselves that they are worthy. Nothing is enough for them. And if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, it's likely that they might either cheat or jump from one relationship to another because no one can fill the void, the emptiness inside a narcissist. Manipulative and exploitative behaviors. Narcissists are masters of manipulation. This is really a big deal because narcissists often use manipulation to get what they want. They can be extremely manipulative, both when they want to get something and when they want to twist a story for their own benefit. This might include lying, guilt tripping, or gaslighting, making others doubt their perceptions to maintain control. Narcissists exploit others in personal and professional relationships for their own gains without even genuinely feeling any guilt or shame. Whenever they feel bad, just a little bit, for what they did to other people, just for a second though, very quickly they come up with excuses for why they had to do whatever they did. So they do not genuinely feel bad for their wrongdoings. When we engage closely with narcissists, we may find ourselves subjected to manipulation, gaslighting, and exploitation. Narcissists often blur boundaries, taking advantage of our kindness, our support, and loyalty. Their behavior can leave us feeling drained, confused, and second guessing ourselves. Because narcissists are expert at manipulating the situation and they apply psychological tactics, creating environments where others feel very confused and powerless. They make you question your own truth so that the narcissist can maintain the control. They usually see people around them as tools to satisfy their desires or to reinforce their egos. One of the biggest signs that someone might be a narcissist is if they are extremely sensitive to criticism. Despite their outward confidence, narcissists are highly sensitive to criticism or perceived slights. They just can't lash out. Here's an example. You confront a narcissist about something hurtful they did to you, and suddenly they try to convince you that you are the villain. Somehow, they twist the situation until you are apologizing to them. Sound familiar? Even the smallest bit of feedback can send narcissists spiraling into defensiveness or anger. Why? Because their fragile self esteem can't handle it. They have an attitude like, how dare you criticize me? It's exhausting to deal with them, especially when all you wanted was to help them grow. Yes, even constructive feedback can feel like a personal attack to a narcissist, triggering defensiveness, anger, or an attempt to discredit the person who's offering a feedback. They can react with really bad anger because they are wearing that mask that they want everyone to believe in, that they are perfect. So anything and anyone that reminds a narcissist who they actually are become almost enemies in the eye of a narcissist. They want everyone to believe in their facade. If you think someone in your life is a narcissist, it's really important to set boundaries to protect yourself and seek professional advice if necessary. If you found this video helpful, share it with a friend who might need to hear this. Remember to like the video and share your thoughts below in the comment section. Until next time, take care of yourself and your boundaries.